Hello guys, this is the Coding Idiot, and this channel is intended for beginners and those who are planning to learn Python programming. Kumusta mga chong? Welcome back to my channel. We are going to take a look at the if statement in Python today. Kung di ka pa subscribe sa channel ko, please do so, and we will learn more about the fundamentals in Python. Let's get started. In layman's term, itong if statement ay parang yung mga decision making na ginagawa natin sa araw-araw nating buhay. Like, kung magsusot ako ng face mask, hindi ako hulihin ng pulis dito sa amin. Or kung di pa matatapos tong pandemic, mag-share muna ako ng knowledge for the time being. Or kung pagsasamahin ko yung hard work at dedication, mag-grow tong channel. Pwede. It's the same with Python. It will test a certain condition, then it will evaluate the result to either true or false, or a certain value depending on how you construct the condition. Usually when testing a condition, pagkukumparahin ni Python yung value sa isa pang value, parang pag kinukumpara tayo ng mga jowa natin sa ibang lalaki. Nanggigigil ako sa topic na to. Anyway, the most basic form of the if statement is like this. Or like this. So the syntax consists of the if keyword, the left-hand value, the comparison operator, and the right-hand value. Instead of curly braces that are commonly used in other C-based programming languages, Python uses the colon symbol and indentation to determine the scope of the if statement. It's the same with loop statements, just so you know. Lahat ng indented statements will be executed if the condition is true, okay? Tatandaan nyo na pag pumantay na yung next line of code sa if statement, it is no longer within the scope of the if. Parang pag di mo na makontrol yung jowa mo, mag-isip-isip ka na baka di na siya part ng if statement mo. Here are some examples of how to use the if statement. Let's test the first if statement if it will print the string when the condition is true. And it did. Let's test the second one. Let's make this true. And this one too. Okay. Let's try the third one. Let's change this to true. Because of the OR keyword, either one of these is true, it still executes the statement. Let's try the last one. $80,000 pala. Sorry, Masen. Let's say you only need one output from testing multiple conditions, then you can use the Elif statement. It is equivalent to the else if of other programming languages. Let me reset the values of these variables so we can further test the Elif statement. For the record, if a certain condition is true, it will execute the statement and the program will skip the other conditions. On the other hand, if none of the conditions return true, and you still want the program to do something, you can use the else statement. We just reset the values again and made sure that the values won't match any of the elements of the conditions. Let's see if it will execute the statement under the else. And yep, it did. So all of these were skipped. You will normally use it as an error handler for the most part, but it really depends on the algorithm. You can also use nested if statements in Python. So if statement siya sa loob ng isa pang if statement. Sometimes you have other things to test from a certain value, so that's where nested if comes in. In our case, let's say we want to add another condition here to test if you are doing proper hand washing as well. Let's just change the value so the second condition will be true. Let's see how this block will respond to our changes. As you can see, it only executed the statement of the outer if statement. Let's change it to true and let's see what happens. Now it executed the statement of the inner if because its condition was met. Okay. We also have the what we call if expression. It's a shorthand form of the if statement that returns a value. Let's say you want to assign the result to a variable dependent on some condition, then you can do this. Let's say we have a status variable. I'm just going to use this so I can continue the rest of the syntax on the next line. Let's say we put in 37.6. Then we got a positive status since all the conditions are met. But if we put in 36.0, it returned negative because it is not higher or equal to 37.6. And that's it for this tutorial. If you find this video helpful, please click the like button. Thank you so much for watching and see you on the next one.